Hi everyone, Grey Power 60 here. So this is the signature that I kind of threw all kinds of papers in. And right now what I'm doing is going through it. Now I'll probably divide that into two signatures because it's going to get pretty thick with goodies that you put in. So right now what I'm doing, I'm just holding it together with this page. Right now what I'm doing is I'm going through the plain pages and just doing a little bit of stenciling here and there so that it's not quite so plain. And you can still write on that. So I've done that one. And then this one here is just cardstock that I have. This was an extra piece. This one here was a tea-dyed page, so I just put some music notes on it and stamped that. This is one of my gel paints to put in there. And this is part of a large 12 by 12 that I'll never use, but I thought I'd put that in there. So that is the way it looks on the page, and that's the background. So I just stuck that in there. And I'm going page by page. This one here, this I've left plain. This one I wanted to try. It didn't actually work out here, so I may put a tab on here to kind of hide the mess here, but I wanted to put a little bit of distress ink around it, the white lines, because I didn't want to cut it down. So I did that one. This one, I haven't done this one yet. This is the next one that I'm doing so far. And what I've done on one side, I also did on the other. So whatever stamping, whatever stencils I use it on both sides. So when we have this one that's also on that side, just to break it up so it's not too many plain pages. Okay, and I hold it all in here with this one. So now I'm working on this. This was a digital that I printed off, but my ink in my printer, my colored ink wasn't working. I need to get some more. I don't know when I'll be able to get that, but things have been really tight lately, especially after Christmas and everything going up in price. I have had to cut back on a few things. And yeah, I just think this is a great idea to, eliminate that white spot around without cutting it down. I wanted to keep the size of it. So I'm just fortunate that I did have some wilted violet, it's called. Wilted violet distress oxide. If you hear any noise, it could be my grandson playing a game, or it could be my daughter-in-law. She's out on the balcony talking to her friend on the phone. She's a little bit loud, but that's okay because I can't hear her. Now, usually I keep it open where I want the page, and I can't remember where I put it, so let's put it in here. So that way we have these other pages. Now I'm going to probably divide this, but I'm not cutting these down. I think I'm going to be using different, different techniques for giving it fun edges, whether it be lace or punch outs or adding some snippets or whatever to it. So that was that one. I'm not sure what to do with that one yet, but I'm going to take the ones that are have been jelly pressed or painted on. This is one I did with my grandson. So now I just have to decide which page. Okay, a slight interruption while my family moves around and gets things done. Now, this page, I could go around in pink, but look at all the beautiful colors. There's blues and greens and yellows. I took all, this is the only Distress Oxides that I have. So I'm trying to think, you know, do I want to go with the blue? But there's a lot of green in there. Now this pale paint is kind of a yellowish. Let me flip this over. Flip a page. Let's pull out a page here. Just to give you an idea. And it gives me a chance to try and decide which colors to use. Okay, so that's kind of a yellowy green. That's probably, I should have gotten a piece of white paper here. So let's do the white so you get an idea of how I want to try and figure these out. So this is one color that I could use. Now, many of you may think, oh, you're going to an awful lot of trouble to do this. But I want it to look nice, and it also gives me a chance to kind of get some coloring ideas. Now, I think this green might be the best bet. So far, that's the one. This is called Rustic Wilderness. So I'm leaning towards that one to do for the outline. Evergreen Bough is more light. It's more light. I'm still leaning towards that one. And then I've got the blue, but I think the blue is too, this blue is more of, I call it, used to call it when we were kids, a peacock blue. This is called Mermaid Lagoon. I used to love this color for my pens when I was in school. I don't think that one would do for the background. Now, I've also got, I had to use one of these. I'm going to go back to buying, I bought these ones because they were cheap, but I think I'm going to go back to the colored ones because I'm more comfortable with the colored handles. Now, this is the blue, but it's called Faded Jeans. No, there's not enough of that blue. And carved pumpkin, peel paint, the festive berries. I think it'd be too pink. Let's lift that up a little bit and see. Oops. See. I think I'm going to go with the green. You know, decision is made. We'll pack these all back in. Yeah, I think it'll bring out the green. So we're going to go with the rustic. Wilderness. I just think it would be better to surround it with, hard to tell when you have those different colors there. Kind of like this green. And I also, when I'm doing the brushing on of the inks, I like to go thicker on the border so that it kind of gives it a border. So the edge of the paper, I guess is what I should have said. Now, remember, this is supposed to be part of my spring journal. So I want to keep the colors kind of muted, kind of pastel. And this kind of gives the nice frame to my painting. Now, I was watching Scrimping Mama, I think that's what her name is, and she was using this glossy stuff for her cover, but I'm wondering if it's a good thing to use on gel prints, because it's kind of chalky, I guess is the only word I could think of to describe the feel of it. And I don't know of any other products that I could put over it that's not going to, because it's just copy paper, that's going to ruin it, you know? And make it too thick. So, there we go. And if I turn that over, we get a better, see, I like the green because it's picking up the green in the paper. So, another page. I have a bad habit of closing this, so I don't know where everything goes. So I got that one. I got a plain, that one. Oh, that one's not supposed to be open like that. Plain. I've got a pattern. These are, yeah, I guess we'll put it right here. Probably rearrange everything once I get other envelopes in here and so on. So right now I'm just, see, here's another cardstock that I will be, let's see if I can remember where I put it. Oh, it's almost in the middle. Okay, I'll remember that, I think. I think I'll remember it. Okay, so what I've been doing is getting out some stencils. That's kind of purple, so I could use the violet, but I haven't tried some of the other colors here, so let's just see. I think this is the rusted one. I'm not sure. So this is supposed to be kind of a rusty, it's called Fired Brick. Where's the other one that's kind of like that? Oh, and then I've got Rusty Hinge. But don't forget, I'm putting it on kind of a violet paper. So it's kind of orangey. And I don't know. I think this one would be better than the Fired Brick. I mean, the Rusty Hinge is not as good as the Fired Brick. So let us flip this over again. I just use that for color coordinating, I guess I could say. And what I do is I just go over my stencil. I don't bother taping it down because I'm only putting little bits and pieces here and there. And I'm not pressing too hard. I'm just going over it, allowing the brushes to go under the, see? Yeah. Yeah. And perhaps we'll put this one over here. Okay, let me finish. I'll be right back. Okay, slight interruption from family. And I'm just going to do parts and parts here. And maybe a little bit of this. Just a little bit. So that is what I'm doing. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Not necessarily the same thing, but similar, you know, similar patterns. There we go. Maybe that one. Maybe we'll do this one. So basically that's all I'm doing today, is just going through my signature and all of the white pages that I have. I'm just putting a little stencil background on it. Oh dear. And I think that's enough. So you get the idea. That's what I am doing today. I'm going through my signature, which is really big, but I'm probably going to divide it in half, add some other pages, maybe some book pages I'll be putting in, and going through all of these and getting it ready for my spring journal. And then that's the center page, which I think I would like to, I don't know if I'm going to cut it down or if I'm going to add color around it, and I may just add the yellow. I think I could add the pink, I could add the blue, I could add the green. Again, it's just a matter of making a decision of what colors I want to try. And because it's the center, I think, I don't know, where did I put squeezed lemon? I think it might be too yellow. Let's see here. It's quite pale. Just to take away some of the white. I know I could go with the pink. I know I could go with the green, pink, or the yellow, just to make it look like it's and not only do this with this page, I could also add other things to it here. So let me finish this page and I'll be right back. Now that I've done that with the yellow, I'm wondering if I should use, it's hiding here, my vintage. I don't know how it's going to look. It might be a total disaster, but let's see if I can mix the yellow and this one together, kind of give it a rustic look. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Yeah. At least with the yellow in the background, it gives it kind of a aged look. Okay, now what I can do is take some, now this is the center page and it's plain, so I may add some flowers on here and some little bit of butterfly. Doesn't have to be dark, just a little bit of something on the page, just to give it a little bit of something other than just a plain piece of paper. And it's faint enough that you can write over it, which is great. So this is just background. See, as you can see, it's very faint. Just enough to give it a little bit of something in the background rather than just a plain piece of paper. That's just fine. Now we'll do the other side. I saw someone do this and I thought this was a great idea. I think it was Scrumping Mama. And she was showing how you can, instead of having just plain white pages, you could have a little background with your stencils, just so that it's not plain white. I kind of liked that idea. It's still good for writing. You can still write. And still have a little bit of, let's see what I've got here. And maybe a couple of flowers on this side. Doesn't have to be dark. There we go. And there we are. So that is what I am doing. I've got almost all my pages done. I've only done one side, so this side can be covered. You know, all kinds of ephemera, whatever we want to do, pockets. I've still got envelopes to put in, so as I say, this will probably be divided into 2 signatures. I'll get another one of these pages. It's kind of like a degree page that I had, but I don't know how I'm going to decorate that yet. But that'll be all of these pages will have something. I didn't do that one, and I don't know if I will, because I may add lace on here. Be really pretty to add lace on. This is really flimsy, so I'm going to need to have something on here. I would have preferred the lines up and down. So I may fold it this way, cut it down. See if we can unfold that one a little bit. Fold it down this way. I think I might do that. And then just cut the top off here. I think I will do that now. It's just to give it something so it looks a little bit better. And you can write on here. I can add all kinds of things on here. Yeah, so we're getting there. We're getting there. So thanks for joining me, and yeah, I hope you liked the little bit of stenciling that I've done and masking. This definitely has to be fixed. We're gonna have to put, I don't have any with me, a tab here. Like, you know, like this. Some kind of tab on here to hide the boo-boo. I may do some sewing as well. I'm not sure yet. But I'm continually looking for ideas and what else I could do. So that is what I've been doing. I also took, this is kind of a master board. It was a extra sheet of cardstock that I had, and I took all the different types of envelopes, the insides of the envelopes. I took my vintage photo to go around the outsides of it, and now all I have to do is cut this into different, you know, tags and ATC cards and journaling cards, etc. It's got the white on the back, so that should be fine. So that's the other thing I was working on today. So just a little update on what I'm doing and what kind of crafting I'm up to. So if you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know any ideas that you might have that I could use for designing my different signatures. I'm not sure how many I'm going to have, but it's just giving me some ideas. The stenciling was a great idea. The using the coordinating distress oxide was a great idea too. This one I think I'm going to be rounding the corners because, you know, anything that's pointy like that tends to rip. So we're just going to do that right now while I say thank you so much for coming back and watching my videos, and thank you for some new subscribers that I have, a few new subscribers. I'll have to start writing your names down so that we can publicly thank you for joining our channel. Yeah, see, this is getting old. We'll have to figure out what to do with that page, although I like kind of the ripped look of that. See, this one I've rounded, but I do need to put more different types of papers in here and make more signatures out of that. All right, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you again next time. Bye for now.